Halo Episode 4, now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Halo Episode 4 is now out on Paramount Plus for you guys to go and check out right now. And look, I thought the first 3 episodes have been better so far this season, have been much better than the last season. And this was the moment we've all been waiting for. The build up for the last 3 episodes has been the fall of Reach. And now I said last week that this episode was the build up. This was the episode that sets it in motion. And this episode, episode 4, is going to be the big climactic event where the fall of Reach happens. They just casually dropped the best episode of Halo. Just dropped it. Like, this is easily the best episode of Halo. Like, no debate. I don't think you'll find anyone else who will disagree with that take. I mean, it'd be very rare if you do. This is the one for all the people that said, oh, there's not enough bang, bang, and stuff like that. Well, guess what? With that extra build-up, this was the episode for you guys. So, all the people that were saying, I want to see the bang, bang, the boom, booms, I want to see the Covenant come in, this is the episode. This is the episode that is for you guys. For everyone that wanted action, action, action. This is it. And you know what made this action so much better? Was the 3 episodes beforehand for the build-up. Building up to this event, when everything happens in here, you just feel the stakes. You feel the emotion. Because 2 key characters die in this episode, and I felt it. I felt it very much because I really liked Keyes as a character, and for him to go out that way, look, it was poetic how he went out. I really enjoyed it. It was a great end to his character, and I thought it worked. Absolutely worked brilliantly. And then you have one of the Spartans going out. That I was not ready for, and I really liked him. And the way he went out, man, was just brutal. And I mean absolute brutality. Just, oh, I don't know what else to say. Like, that death was just, I was not expecting it. There is a lot of death in this. Like, this is the fall of Reach. And what I love is, by them not, look, I get it. I wanted to see more of the Covenant as well. I wanted to see action and stuff like that. I wanted to see that. But I feel like them showcasing you the build-up and not showing you the Covenant through the first 3 episodes to a degree where you're like, oh my god, look at these Covenants, man. They are the ones to be feared. The impact of them in this episode showcased you the sheer veracity, the sheer numbers, just the amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't quite figure the word, but you know what I mean. They just looked like this is a thing you don't want to mess with. The Covenant came in with all its glory and went, bam. You know what we're about to do? We're about to take your homeworld down. Now, this is a massive event that happens in Halo, in the games, in the novels, the comic books, everything to do with Halo, the lore and that. This is the big moment. This is the one that sets everything in motion, basically. And it showed you the Covenant and just why they are a force to be reckoned with. And I love the moment where they're on the bridge. And Chief tells them, I need the Scorpion. I need you to, boom, shoot one up. It was awesome seeing the Scorpion. It was awesome seeing the tank, the Covenant tank as well. Really liked seeing that as well. But then, boom, shoots. And it lights up. And you just see all the Covenant coming towards them. Just reminded me of the game. Like, how many times have you been on a bridge, sitting there, and the Covenants are just coming, and you're just like, let's go. Let's go. That's what I felt. I felt like I was transported to the actual game in that scenario. And I was like, this is what I came to see, man. This is what I came to see. And then you have Chief. So obviously they don't have their gear on here because someone has taken their gear, and we all know who that is, who took their gear and went off. So we get to see Master Chief fight without his gear. And look, he's a force to be reckoned with without his gear, but you just see the difference that it can make, that gear makes to Master Chief. And look, he gets his ass handed to him here as well by, some of the elites, but then he also puts a beat down on them as well. So it was great to see that. But I thought the way that they did it without him having his suit worked because of the speech Keyes did to the Marines to get them to rally to try and save as many survivors as possible. And I felt like having him appear not in his suit, and then everyone seeing that Chief is a human being like them. I feel like that was very powerful, because then it instills in the Marines, like, he's just a guy. He's just a regular guy. If he can do that, I can stand up as well. So I felt like that was a really, really good moment. Then you have the stuff with Soren and Dr. Halsey, which I love Soren in this. Like, that character has really grown on me, and I loved him in this episode. And we got to see him team up with John, with Master Chief, and that was awesome. And when they're fighting all the Covenant, man, this was just awesome, man. It just looked great, man. When they're fighting him, the plasma's going everywhere, the explosions. This felt like, yeah, this is an end of the world a moment. This is the final stand. And I really, really enjoyed this. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Like, this is anyone that, like, all the people that said that, like, this is a horrible show, you know, it's not for me. Like, granted, okay, it's not for you, that's fine. But the people in the first 3 episodes, like, just saying there's not enough action or anything like that. Then you come to this episode. I don't want to hear anyone that was saying that in the last 3 episodes. I don't want anyone to come in and say this episode was trash, because you got what you were given. This is what you asked for. You asked for action. Now, I know there's going to be people in here be like, oh, but Master Chief didn't have his gear on, so, you know, it's crap. It's like, so what do you want? Do you want action? Because that's what your main criticism of this whole entire show has been. Not enough action. It feels like a melodrama. I don't want to hear you guys complain now. I don't want you to complain about this episode, because this episode was just jam-packed with action. It was everywhere. I don't care if Master Chief doesn't have his gear on. I don't care if the other Spartans don't have the gear on. There was action. And that's what you asked for. And it was great action. Like, look, obviously it's not going to be movie quality action. I'm telling you now, it's not going to be that high level, because obviously they don't have a budget to, like, spend $200 million on an episode. So you can't expect it to be as good as, like, a Dune. Like, just not going to happen. But you got what you were given. I don't want to hear people complain about that now. And I know what they're probably going to complain about the story now. It's like, well, where were you the last 3 episodes? Well, man, you didn't like the story. Now all of a sudden you want story, but you don't want action. It's like, pick your poison. But I really enjoyed this episode, and I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the Katana stuff. And that now that Chief doesn't have her, and I want to see what the Covenant are going to do with her and how this is all going to lead in. So I'm really excited moving forward now. I feel like now this is where things are going to kickstart into, like, you know, top gear, overdrive. Here we go. We got Soren back with him. It's only upwards from here on. So I really enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Did you guys agree with me? Or maybe you guys didn't like it? Let me know in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.